there, how's it going? My name is Lookout, so welcome to this video on the LAST FLAME Prologue. The game is actually fully releasing tomorrow, and I'm super excited for it. That's why I said I'd try out the LAST FLAME Prologue here, and check it out before it releases tomorrow. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the Ascension game mode here, on the difficulty Adept. This game is an auto-battler. If you haven't seen anything about it, it's basically a auto-battler, and it's probably one of the most fun PVE auto-battlers I have seen. I'll explain it as the game goes along, and we get to choose two characters here, and we want to pick a team that synergizes all together, such as burn debuffs and burn debuffs, versus shocks and stuns and stuff like that. Each character has a role to play. There's DPS, there's range DPS, there's melee DPS, there's also tanks as well as healers and stuff like that. There's also summoners. This character here can summon creatures to fight. Each character has different ways to attack. This is physical damage, this is hybrid physical and spell damage, this is basically just spell damage, and then there's also ethereal damage. Each character also has their ultimates as well as some passives, such as this character has Mana Dragon, this character has Fire and Ice, Nature's Gift. Anyway, I'll be back in 1 second while I select two characters. The two characters we're going to select is Kasara. She's got the passive on cast the hero gains 12 spell power, stacks 5 times, and she sends a Chaos Bolt for her ult towards the first enemy, dealing damage to the first enemy hit, stunning them for 2 seconds. You gotta remember Chaos Bolt scales with distance travelled, dealing more damage, so we want to position her towards the back. Then we're going to take Zults as well, which specialises in shocks, and shocks also apply stuns. This is why we're picking these two characters. They're both kind of range characters, so we'll see how we get on with them. We'll kind of hope that we get a tank. Zots' passive ability here, the wearer gains attack damage equal to 45% to spell power, stacks up to 100 attack damage. And you got the ult, fires an arrow of thunder dealing damage to enemies hit, inflicting 3 shocks. He also gains 10 spell power every time he casts. So we're going to take Kasara and Zots. Now we get to choose a relic. Juicy Mango, after each fight you heal for 3 and gain an additional trophy. Trophies are experience. Reroll items and refill shops. Don't really like this one too much. Lots of gold, but we get stunned, or when a hero dies for the first time, gain this much trophies. I'm just going to take the Juicy Mango. It's probably one of my 4 more favourite ones. Then we got to plan our routes here. Out of all these, the campfire is probably the most important because it gives you an origin, an explained origin once we get it. So we want to plan the fastest route to a campfire, and then we get 2 elites as well. So we're going to go this way. First fight is what it is. There's no really planning behind that. But yeah, this is the auto-battler. You just press play and let them fight out. Positioning is fairly strong in this. Juicy Mango, we get to recruit another hero here. More stuns, healer or a tank. Summoner tank. Does this tank have taunt is what I'm looking for. I'm not sure it does. Utilizes frost. We're actually going to keep going with stuns. We've no tank, so this could be quite dangerous. Crit chance, crit strike damage, defense. We're going to take some... Actually, we probably shouldn't take that. We're going to take some crit chance and crit damage and attack speed and crit chance. And we're going to play that on Zots for now. On to the second fight. Who's going to be our tank for right now? Who's got the most health? Kasara. Kasara needs to be at the back though. So it's Zots in area. We're going to level up Zots. With the level up, they get a new passive. The hero attacks deal additional ethereal damage equal to 10 and 40% of spell power. Every 5 seconds, gain a shield per summon on field. The hero's crit chance is increased by 5% of the current shield. When the fight starts, the hero gains 150 shield. We're going to take that. We're going to have Zots in this position. Hopefully he survives. We'll see how we manage in this fight. We have Kasara in the back, but she's going to target the back guy. And you see her DPS numbers up here in the top right. Zots is doing most of her damage, but he has 2 items. Let's recruit another character here. None of these are ones we want. Specialize in crits. Her passive is gaining crit chance, stacks up 3 times. They got Omnicrit. Omnicrit is a keyword that applies crit to everything, such as their abilities, their healing, everything. Literally everything. What does Zoe actually do? Around all heroes. We're actually going to take Zoe here. Let's pick an item now. One of the cool things about this is we can forge items. These are recipes that we can apply to our items that we've already got. So we would like this, inflicting shocks. We're going to take it, and we're going to forge it on the one that has crit chance. We have to apply back on Zots here. Where is he? There he is. And let's venture forward here. Let's keep it moving. So that's our tank. So we use our off tank. What's your name again? Arya. And we're going to have the start fight. Kasara in the back. Yeah, not too bad. We're managing just fine without a tank. We really have to get tank here, no matter who it is. So first of all, we've got Jalan. We've got Brawler's Rage. Gets below 50% HP for the first time. Gain lifesteal and attack damage. Cast a shielding orb, giving a shield to all heroes, increasing their attack damage. Versus actually, this lad looks like a tank for sure, in protecting the party and self-healing. His ulti goes into super mode, increasing lifesteal, and he gets a taunt and attack speed. When he gets below 50% HP, he gains a shield equal to 15% of their max HP. We're going to be taking this character here, XZ09, and hopefully get a... oh, we got crit chance. And crit chance and crit damage. We're going to take the crit damage. Next up, I'm actually going to reroll here. When you reroll, you use up your life. This is your life down here, Flame. When you reach 0, you lose 0, obviously. But the cool thing about this game is you can use it as a resource in order to get new items and stuff like that. That was attack speed and defense, kind of what I wanted, but not exactly what I wanted. Spell power and defense. Attack damage and max HP. I'm going to keep rerolling for a second here. Attack damage and defense. This character is also attack. So we're just going to be taking that on. We've used up a lot of our HP here. So your crit chance 22% versus 43%. We should have all our crits on this character here. Increase per shield. We actually could have took the shield guy for that passive. That could have been a pretty nice show here. Let's go ahead and level up our tank straight away. Every 2 attacks, the hero inflicts shock to all enemies. Also, every time the hero stuns a target, they inflict shock. We're going to be getting this because we can switch it to a different character later on. Kind of want to have Zoya off tanking over here. Kasara in the back. Zot's here and Arya goes by 2. This position seems fine, so let's go ahead and see, can we take him out here. This one's looking good. Yeah, it's looking like we're going to have no trouble here. That's pretty awesome. Let's check our chest here. We get another recipe here. The wearer's defense is increased by current shield. On cast, the wearer gains attack damage. Every 2 attack, the wearer deals additional material damage. No, we're just going to reroll. And we're going to continue rerolling here. None of these. Let's continue to reroll. Mana regen. Every attack, chance to refill mana. 50% shield, magic steel. We're going to use up a lot of our life here. Every 4 seconds, the wearer heals for 10. We're actually going to take this. And we're going to forge it on our tank's item here. Now we want to increase their HP as much as we can. Because every 4 seconds they heal for 150. Or 115, not 50. Next up, let's go to the event. Let's check the event here. Your trap. You rejoice in taking a nice walk in the forest when suddenly you fall into a trap. You see a horde of enemies approaching quickly. They're shouting words I can't pronounce properly. You are terrified. Fight back the gankers. If defeated, get cursed. All heroes lose 5% attack speed when fights starts. Last 3 fights. If victorious, gain 200. Lose an item of your choice or lose half your gold. We're gonna take the fight and we're gonna get our gold. We're gonna level up characters. We can use 3. Each one of these trophies is worth 5 XP. And you get 2 for each battle. Not 2 trophies, 2 XP. Every 3rd active ability, the hero casts ability twice. Hero gains eternally fused attacks. Their attacks now deal material damage instead of physical. They can still critical strike, but gain additional damage from bleeds and both lifesteal. Hero gains 1 life steal per 4 HP. We're going to take the double cast. Let's level up Arya 2. Every 2nd attack inflicts burn or frost. That sounds pretty good. Every missing 20% HP, the hero gains 1 mana regen. Arterial amplification. We're going to take the every 2nd attack. Let's stop using our trophies now. Let's check our items, make sure they're placed on the right people we actually want. Kasara in the back here. Zoe kind of off tanking. I want to spread Arya over here to help Zoe. Now let's see how this manages here. Zoe's going to actually cast her ability around all the heroes. So Zoe would be good on a melee focus build. We actually lost one character. When you lose a character, you lose HP. Just as we're about to lose this character here. Yeah, we lost 5. So our position wasn't too great on this one. We actually lost some health. But hey, we get to use up our HP and we get to heal it back after every fight. We're actually going to take this one too. We're not going to have our tank attacking at all. And now we get to use the campfire. We get an origin now. Every 4 critical strikes dealt by the team, all heroes gain mana regen. All heroes gain critical strike damage equal to 8% of the hero's spell power with the highest spell power. Every 3 seconds, the lowest HP hero receives a heal equal to 1% of the max HP for every bleed on the enemy with the most bleeds. Dragon Rider. Heroes and effects inflict twice the amount of burn on enemies. When the fight starts, heroes lose 10% attack speed. All heroes gain spell power equal to 20% of attack damage of the highest attack damage hero. Or all heroes gain Ethereal Amplification. And Ethereal Amplification is increase the effectiveness of ethereal damage done by the heroes. We're actually going to reroll our origins here because they didn't seem too great. Now we're just going to have to read everything. We're going to be taking this one for sure because this inflicts twice the amount of shocks. We do lose attack speed, but it's worth it in my opinion. Every critical strike dealt, all heroes gain 10% shield received. However, they have to have a way to receive the shields. Griffin Rider. Every summon on the battlefield, all heroes gain 6 spell power. We got Time Traverse. Whenever a hero gets below 40% HP, all heroes enter Time Shift. They gain full mana and the last HP hero gets healed for 20% with spell power. This one seems pretty awesome actually too. So it's a tie up. We're going to take the shocks because... Should we actually take shocks? We only have one shock character. We're going to take Time Traveler here. When a hero gets below 50 HP, the mana regen gets tripled. The hero with the highest max HP has an aura dealing spell damage equal to the team's bonus mana. We're going to take Time Traveler here. Then we're going to enchant. We're going to use up more of our HP here because enchanting increases the rarity of our item here. I didn't pick the right one. It is what it is. We're just not going to be able to use it right now. Let's see if we can take on the Elite now. We got 6. We're going to level up our tank here. I'm going to use up all our trophies. I want to give him HP. Kasara in the corner here. Let's have our tank taunting and we're just going to run in. This should be fine positioning. If we stun and freeze him a little bit here. They stunned us. We're dealing a good bit of damage. Zots is our main damage carrier. And that's it. Let's heal up some HP. Let's get an item now. Looking specifically for a max HP defense. Can't be too choosy though. Looking at the mana regen and the max HP. Mana regen and max HP we're just going to take. And this one too. Not super great items, but mana regen helps us get back our ability that a little bit faster. Should have forged first because now I have to put it back on him. It is what it is. Let's pick a relic now. Every time you beat an elite, you get a relic here. So we got Steel Armor. The hero with the most defense gains more defense. All heroes gain attack speed per every gold you have. All heroes gain 1 spell power for every trophy you have. And all heroes gain 1 attack damage for every trophy you have. I like to use our trophies, so these two aren't great. Even though we have the Juicy Mango giving us an additional one, these would synergize well for us, but I think I'm going to take Steel Armor here. Let's proceed here on the chest. 40% chance to get gold or 60% chance to... Well, we gotta take the risk here, don't we? We have to fight Mimic. Surprised. Your heroes were not expecting this. When the fight starts, all heroes' positions are random. Doesn't matter where you place them. Okay, so it is what it is. Also, you can right click on enemies here to see what they do. So he gets hungry. Gains 5% damage reduction and 25% attack speed. And reduces all heroes' defense by 15. Your heroes were not expecting the fight. Yeah. It's all random, so it doesn't matter where you position him. As much as we want to move him around like this, it is what it is. We got very lucky in his targeting our tank. If it was one of our carries here, they would get decimated. But the stuns and the shocks, yeah, you see he doesn't get to interact with the stuns, and the more shock they have on him, the more likely the stun is to last longer. Or the more longer it lasts. Let's take a look at our items here. Crit chance. Anything to do with crit chance. Every 2 attacks the healer or the wearer heals for this amount of bleeding frost. Crit chance, they gain a shield. Gonna reroll here actually. Should we take a third healing? I'm actually going to. We're going to have our tank healing every 4 seconds. They should heal for 40% of their HP. Sorry, I had a bit of an interruption there. Our tank is going to be healing for 40% of their HP every 4 seconds. That is some Omega level healing. Anyway, let's proceed on. Fight this elite before the boss here. We got 5 trophies. Should we level up a character? We're going to level up Kasara here. We should have leveled up Zots actually. Magic Steel, Spell Power, Mana Regen. I'm actually going to take Mana Regen. So that is our DPS. Let's check ED Purple Spectre here. Removes 2 mana from all heroes. So we're not going to be casting a whole lot here. Just moving our position in. We want our tank to be in best position here. Fight info. Engage. Enrage timer 20 seconds. So the longer the fight goes on, if we reach that 20-second timer, the enemies deal a massive amount of damage to us. Gonna have our carries over here taking out this enemy first, and hopefully they move up to the Purple Spectre here. This position seems fine. Kasara is going to target the farthest range character. Yeah, it's going to hit him. We actually moved on to the second guy here. Our tank just healed up fully. Oh, that's with our origin. Time Travelers. And heal up full, yeah. Our tank should never die now unless it gets bursted down. Unless it gets bursted down. We got max HP, attack speed, or attack speed. I'm going to reroll here. Mana Regen, or max mana, -2. I'm actually going to take it for Kasara. Defensive spell damage. Spell power, mana regen. We need a way to increase the damage of Kasara. We have a way that she's going to be... We have her casting more often. It's not increasing her damage, however. Let's pick a relic before we leave. All heroes gain shield but lose 350 HP. Apply 3 shock every 4 seconds to all enemies. All heroes gain magic steel. All heroes gain mana regen but lose attack damage. I'm actually going to take the shock orb. It kind of benefits a little bit here. Let's check out Rash here. Calls troop every 8 seconds. Rash calls the troop, summoning 4 of Rash's mercenaries. They spawn on these tiles here. Mercenaries have 8% of the max HP, 50% attack damage, and their first attack inflicts corruption and taunts. Corruption increases the damage taken by 1% from all enemy damage. So we need to take this guy out fast. Deals 665 spell damage, split between targets and nearby heroes. The damage is increased by 10%, so he scales pretty high up here. So when it says split, we want our characters to be all in a nice cluster here, because it splits the damage with all of them here. Just checking our items. This seems to be all fine. We're just going to keep this position. We got guys spawning here, guys spawning here. We'd actually rather have Zots in here, actually. We got 1 trophy. Let's just leave it at this. Let's see if we can take him out. Kasara is going to be casting like crazy. Hopefully that she can scale up damage. They've spawned 4. Hopefully we can take him out very, very quickly. Yeah, we took out 1 guy. Not too bad. Okay. Getting scary now, though. That's a lot of mercenaries. Well, we hit time warp. We'll heal him back up full. Spawn more. He's almost dead, though. Yeah, we got him here. It was a nice fight. Didn't lose anyone. Time Traveler is coming in very strong here. Summon up chest, we can recruit a new hero, utilizes shocks on enemies. Or we got Flynn, who also utilizes shocks. We got Eva the tank, Lightning Nova, cast Lightning Nova around the hero to highest max HP. That's pretty awesome. Cast Lightning Explosion, taunting. Its target dealing damage to nearby enemies and inflicting 3 shocks. We're actually going to take Rune here. Reason behind, we're going to remove Zoe. -1 max mana. Every 4 seconds the wearer casts Hail Spikes around them, dealing 30 spell damage. Not great. Attack damage and attack damage as well. We're going to reroll here. Attack damage, crit damage, but lose crit chance to wear against 10 spell power for every mana regen. They got 3 mana regen. Kasara has here. So that's 30 spell power. It's not too great. Attack speed, whenever you deal damage, gain shield every 4 seconds. We're looking for a carry item here every 4 seconds to wear against 15% attack damage on the hero, the highest attack damage, other than the wearer, and 20% of the spell power with the highest. We're actually going to take this because we're going to put it on Zots here. Our highest attack power isn't too great. It's 75. And his spell power is 23. So he's not getting it too much, but it is a nice legendary recipe to have. 65% chance to get legendary recipe reward from elite fights when victory. Elites are a bit easier. Spend 1 trophy to gain 110, or you can research at campfires. Choose a relic. It uses 2 campfires. We're going to take the elites being easier. And we're on Aksu, the Pet Raffi Deserts. Now let's choose our path here. We don't really need to go to the campfire. We could enchant some of our items here, such as this one here, which would be nice, or this one here to make our tank ultra healy. We could go this path here, get the campfire, get a passive reroll, which we haven't showcased really yet, and 2 elites. Or we can go to the shop, 2 elites, campfire. Yeah, I think this is the route that we take. We can go to an early shop, or we can go to the shop at the very end. I think we go to the early shop and then go to the elite. We got Arc Spinner. He deals a Whirlwind, dealing 160 spell damage to all the heroes' hits. Whirlwind is only stopped when the Arc Spinner takes 20% of max HP. So we're actually going to be taking out Zoe now. We're going to dismiss her. That gives us back 2 trophies. And we're going to have 2 tanks. So now we need to itemize Rune here. We got 10 trophies. What is the best way to spend them here? We get Zots up anyway. Life Steal, Mana Regen, Magic Steal. Not great for us, to be honest. We got kind of terrible ones. We're going to take the Mana Regen. We could use it on Arya here. Or we just get Kasara up our main tank here. We should probably level up our off tank as well. Every attack the hero gains 2 attack damage, stacks 15 times. When the hero is below 50 max HP, inflict bleed. Its cooldown is 7 seconds. Additionally, the first time that this effect triggers, the hero gains full mana. Or on cast, the hero gains 1 spell power. We're actually just going to take this. I know he's probably, doesn't say which he is. So he is more than likely just a attack. We're just going to take that passive anyway. We've got 3 trophies left, and we can't really level up anyone here. We want... Oh, we accidentally used it. Whoops. Used up all our trophies on our tank here. Bit of a waste, but it is what it is. We want our characters to be split up a bit. Sarah furthest away. And let's continue on now. See how this fight takes place. Hopefully our 2 tanks now can switch the targeting to him. That's a good thing about having 2 characters that can taunt. And that was that fight. Didn't last too long. We got mana regen. I don't think we need it. Crit chance. We're actually going to take this on because it's crit chance with inflicting shocks. We want the Zots to be inflicting as much shocks as we can. And stacking up all those debuffs on our enemies here. So with this fight, we can have our 2 tanks kind of taking everything here. We're actually going to have Kusara in the center here. Zot's over here, and Arya to burst down these guys pretty quickly. Try to make their way through. Target the hero with the lowest HP, dealing 140 spell damage to every hero hit. Not great for us. We're going to leave it this positioning. No other reason than just to split them out a little bit. They're going to target down our weakest HP hero, which seems to be a rune here. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Kusara is about to go next. We lost 10 HP. But we're going to win this fight here anyway. $49 shocks. So yeah, Zot supplies a lot of shocks to our enemies here. On cast, the wearer's max HP or max mana is increased by 2, and their attack damage is increased by 2 max mana. Crit chance, attack speed, and lifesteal are every 4 seconds. I'm just going to reroll here. We don't have any summons. Gains a shield equal to 60% attack damage. Every attack the wearer has 1% chance per burn and bleed to stun. Not great for us. The wearer gains attack speed for every shock on the enemy with the highest shock. Stacks up to 40 times. Can we craft up? No, we cannot. That would have been a very nice on our dude here. Spell power. We're actually going to take this. And we're going to forge this on our Kusara here. Next up, let's proceed. We're going to head into the shop. See what we can get. We get offered 3 legendary upgrades here. Recipes. You can also buy some heroes. And you can buy some items here. So we would like some items for Kusara and a rune here. Could also take some items for Arya, depending on what they have. Every attack wearer gains a 100 max HP. At 15 stacks, gain 80 defense. For every enemy currently targeting, the wearer gains 34 defense. We're actually going to take these two. That's a fantastic combo for our tank. Every crit strike, the wearer gains 10% attack damage. That is also a really, really good one. 300% increased crit strike damage when the wearer critic strikes. They also take a lot of damage. The wearer attacks deal additional material damage per summon on the field. I'm actually going to take Dragon's Fang. And we should take... That's a lot of spell power too. First of all, we're going to forge these 2 items here. The defense items. And we're going to put it on a rune. Honestly, we should split these items here. Just to spread the love a little bit on our 2 tanks. Every critical strike. Actually, what's our crit chance on Kusara? 20%. Not too bad actually. But it is attack damage, so not great for us. I'm going to take the spell power here. I'm going to put it on Kusara. That's a lot of spell power right now. That's also going to benefit Zot here with this legendary recipe. We can't do too much with this legendary recipe we have right now. It is what it is. And I'm going to take the max HP and I'm going to put it on our main tank here. He has almost 2000 HP. So he's got a decent amount. No, I'm actually going to take this item too. Give them all more HP. Make him tank up more damage. Let's proceed to the event. Purple Shadow. A purple shadow approaches your direction. At quick speed, you draw your weapons ready to fight. The shadow arrives and says, "Whoa, I'm no threat, friend. These lands have been at peace for generations. You should maybe try some yoga. Now, would you like to trade, or maybe learn about some cool magic? I'm here to help. Trade 100 gold for 4 trophies. Repeatable 10 times. We should have saved 100 gold. Lose 10 max HP. Not max HP. Lose 10 flame. Receive a passive swap. Repeatable. Let's trade away some gold. We can't do any more. That is unfortunate. We're actually going to trade up 10 HP. And we are going to switch Zot's ability with XZ09s. Every 2 attacks, you inflict shocks to all enemies. That is going to be super awesome. We're going to delete now. Let's try take him out here. Always it targets the HP with the lowest HP. When a hero dies, Big Angry Guy gains 20% movement speed and 20% attack speed and 10% lifesteal. Who's got the lowest HP on our team? More than likely Arya. So it's not Arya, then it is Zots. Now it's not Zots, now it's Kisara. Bit of a predicament here. Now it's not Kisara, it's Arya again. Holy moly, what should we do? Unfortunately, I think we're just gonna have to let Arya go here. Let Zots do all the damage. Hopefully he can absolutely destroy big angry guy here. We're gonna level up Zots. He gets another passive now. Every second attack inflicts 1 burn or frost at random to all enemies. Every time the hero heals a hero, it can be by self, all heroes gain spell power. Every time the hero critical strikes, they summon a max elemental. If three war elements are already summoned, increase the attack damage by 2. We're going to be taking that one. We got 5. We should honestly level up our tank here, but we're going to level up Arya. She can have some HP now. We could give her HP. I think we will actually. Fortunately, now Zots is our target. Now it's Kisara. And if we switch this here, it's back to Zots. It's a toss up between Arya and Kisara here with the max HP. So it doesn't really matter where our tanks are. If we add Kisara in the back, and Arya over here. Let's see who he targets. He targets Kisara. With our new passive here, there are the water elementals after the crits. So now he's going to be scaling up attack damage out of the wazoo. Yeah, he's our main damage. Kisara manages to live here, which is kind of nice. His attack damage scaled up to almost 200. So that is awesome here. Let's take our item here. More our HP, I don't think we take. We're just going to take the flat attack damage for Arya. Attack damage, defense, or attack damage and crit chance. Do we take a item for XC? I think we do. Let's get a relic here. Hextile buffs. Hextile buffs are one of these squares here, and you have to put your character on it at the very beginning. It can be fairly dodgy, as you don't get to position your character as much when you take this one here. Heroes with the highest max mana gain attack speed, but their max mana is increased by 6. Heroes with the highest max mana gain attack damage, and 3% attack damage per max mana. All heroes gain 6 attack damage for each summon on the battlefield. We're going to take Stonecat now that we have some summons. Let's check our origins here now. Every 4 seconds, 2 heroes with the most shield receive a shield. With no shields. Time Travelers versus crit chance. But max mana is increased. Every 4 seconds, deal spell damage to the enemy with the most amount of shock, equal to the amount of shock an enemy times 60% of team's bonus attack damage. All heroes gain crit chance. Based on mana regen, excess crit chance becomes critical strike damage. Every 5 seconds, deal spell damage equal to the enemies with most frost. Or all heroes gain 2% attack damage per max mana. We could honestly take this one here. I think we actually do. Lose Time Travelers. That might be the death of us. We're going to enchant twice, which is going to be risky. But it means Zots is going to be applying a lot of shock right now. I'm going to move our items around again. Spell power we need to put back over here. Let's leave our 2 tanks here. What is Night Stalker? Deal 600 damage split between all heroes. Heroes struck lose 10 spell power and gain 2 max mana. And claw attack damage split between the target hero and nearby enemies. And they lose attack damage when he targets the furthest enemy around. So essentially you want your spellcasters in close to be hit by the attack. And say your DPS attack carries hit off in the distance. Just like this. However, this is going to be quite scary because this is all attack damage split. And this is going to be 300 damage each, so they can only take Why, she can take 5 hits. He can only take 3 hits. We can't forget to apply our items here. What is Ari's crit chance? It's only 10%, but we'll have to take it. Max HP versus mana regen. We're going to apply it to Arya here. Let's see if we can burst him down. He's already at 9 shocks. 17, 20. Yeah, we're applying a lot of shocks. Could be more if we had more characters accentuating, or if we had more characters affiliated with shock. But for having only one character really dealing shock, that's a lot of shock for him. Let's check our recipe here. We want anything to do with crit chance here. Max mana, not great for a sider. 3 seconds, gain spell power equal to the amount of summons on the field. Max mana, every 5 seconds. Gain a shield, none of these. Frost, shield on max mana. Or mana regen, sorry, not max mana. None of these either. 40 max HP. Heal all summons. We really need some other items here. Mana regen, we could have Kasara instantly casting. I don't think we do though. We want to apply Frost. When the wearer's attack damage is equal or above 160, they gain 20% of lifesteal. Ah, that's not great. Chance to refill mana. I'm just going to keep rerolling here. I'm going to use up all our life. Not great. 150% crit damage. That's too big a drawback for us right now. The wearer's attacks have a 50% chance to inflict shock to all enemies. We're going to be taking that one. And we will see who we play that on. Let's pick a relic for now. Heal the lowest HP hero every 4 seconds. All heroes gain 10% crit chance. We're probably going to be taking this one. Exile buff. Shield our team size increased by 1. All heroes gain 1 max mana when it fights. This is quite scary because if you actually have an increased team slot, you can actually lose more HP. So you got to take this one and weigh the risk. If you got a lot of items, you can make it work. Or a lot of trophies. We want to take Shuriken though. We want that extra crit chance. We're going to the event again. The weaponsmith. You meet the weaponsmith. He goes on explaining there's an old dwarf saying that if a champion finds a dwarven weapon which doesn't cut its hand, the champion and its weapon reunited shall unleash the power of the mountain. All weapons in my possession make my hand bleed. Believe me, I tried them all. But maybe one of your heroes is destined to be champion. To find champion's weapon, you will have to cut your hand with every weapon, one by one. We'll try it again. We're literally 1 HP, we can't do that anymore. We probably shouldn't take the elite fight, because if one of our characters die, then we lose. So we gotta use up our trophies here. I'm gonna level up XC here. Lifesteal equal to their defense. We're gonna take the lifesteal on the defense here. Can we level up any other characters? Not particularly. Let's hide this for a second. We can have our characters like this. These also target the lowest HP. We hope we don't lose a character here or we just die. Sarah's pretty much close to being dead. They cast again, we lose. She's 1 HP. This is very, very close. You gotta stop. This lad's about to cast. He just got stunned. We barely survived there. That was very, 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 very close. Attack speed, attack damage, or just attack damage. Guess we just take the attack damage. Crit chance and crit damage we're going to be taking. We actually want to have more crit chance on Ari here. Let's switch this in here. Pick a relic, hopefully something to do with some healing. All heroes gain 90% crit strike damage. Tentacle is our only option here, in my opinion. And let's go ahead and fight the boss here. We lose 1 character, we are toast. Let's go ahead and level up Rune here. Attack. speed, mana regen, spell power, defense. Easy choice for defense. Let's kind of have our characters in this position, hopefully. Whatever comes from the statue targets XZ here. Let's check out Slime God. Explodes every green slime available, dealing 400 damage to nearby enemies, also healing him for the same amount. Also spawns a green slime for each statue, if not destroyed. Red slimes gains attack damage. Spawn location is marked on the map, so right here. All damage done to Slime God also deals damage to the closest red slime. Honestly, we could just have all our characters up here. This seems pretty good to me, unless the slimes go directly up here. Then we're in a bad position. Let's see how we're doing. Applying a lot of stacks of shock to everyone. We gotta take out that red slime. But yeah, Zots is outputting a lot of damage. A tremendous amount. Kasara not too far behind him. And that was this fight. Wasn't too much of a hassle. We managed to survive with 4 HP. Well, now we're back to 67. Let's recruit another hero here. We'll just take Terrace. The others we don't really care too much about. On cast, the wearer gains 45% ethereal amplification, stacks 3 times. At 3 stacks, the wearer gains attack speed. Every 2 seconds, the wearer gains 20 defense and deals ethereal damage equal to 150 of their defense to the target. Every attack, the wearer loses 10 defense. Kind of scary. The longer the fight goes on, the defense drops. Unless the attack is actually slow enough that you can scale the defense here. So the attack speed of XZ is literally 0.5. So it means you probably get 2. We're actually going to take it. Reason being, we can actually scale up. Defenses on him super high as the fight goes on. Yeah, his attack speed is 0.6 or 0.36, not 0.6. He also did not apply this to Arya's weapon, which I should have done for the final fight. That was a mistake on my part here. Coral Heart. Coral Heart, max mana, gain spell power, and percentage spell power per max mana. All heroes gain attack speed for each 2 trophies. And we got Rito's pack here, named after Retromation, another content creator, and you should go check him out. Random hero gains additional item slot permanently. The hero is randomly selected from all your heroes on the board. Not bent. In addition, a Rito pack contains a random legendary recipe and a superior heirloom. All heroes start with 15 bleeds. We're just going to take Garnet here. Let's proceed. This is the final fight of the prologue. We want to get to fight this guy here, Vasfin. Every 10 seconds he summons a clone. 6 clones to be exact. Which have 5% of his max HP and attack damage. He's got how much life does he have? 110,000. That is a lot of max HP. His clones do not have its active death calling. Sends a death orb towards all Vasfin's death orbs. Hit the first hero in their path, dealing 300 spell damage. And first of all, we want to split these guys like this. Hopefully these guys go attack these if we leave these here, but these are probably going to run up. This is for science to see if these spawns will target our 2 main tanks here. We got 7 trophies, so let's level up our characters here. Could level up Kasara to 4. I think we do. Gain crit chance. Gain 21% crit chance. Attack damage equal to 40% of spell power. Or they gain crit chance the further they're from other heroes. Crit also inflict bleeds to all enemies. We're going to take the bleeds. 20% crit chance. 3 trophies now. We can't really level up anyone else. It is what it is. Let's just run it. Yeah, our characters run up here. Now these guys are going to spawn and target our characters here. This might be a loss in my opinion. Let's see how we manage here. Also, I just realized that stacking the bleeds is terrible because we have a cap of 15. Yeah, this one is going to be over. Wait, we're doing massive damage to the boss. He's stunned. That's a serious amount. Yeah, this one is actually going to be in our favor. He summoned a lot of clones though. Look at that. We still have to take out the clones though, actually. We're about to lose a character. Yeah, we lost one. We actually lost two, did we? We're going to lose Kasara. Yeah, it is what it is. We're just going to lose here. Unless the DPS can be carried over all the debuffs on our enemies. So looking like we are sustaining. What's the defense of XZ here? 470 defense. What's runes? He has half his defense. This one looked like it was over, but it's actually going to be a win. Thanks to our 2 Giga tanks and their tremendous healing power. He's just stacking defense. Rune utilizes shocks, dealing additional shock damage. And that's that. We managed to beat it here. We survived with 2 heroes left. Playtime was 1 hour and 10 minutes, because I had an interruption in the middle of it. Actually, it wasn't 1 hour and 10 minutes. It is what it is. When the game comes out tomorrow, and I'm super excited to actually play the full release. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. Super fun autobattler, and I hope you keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.